Alright guys, what is going on, and welcome to game number 4 of the final set between Quantic IM and Mousesports in the Team Arena Challenge from IPL. If you guys get a chance, make sure to check out and support IPL. You guys can do that by going to www.ign.com/IPL, and you guys can find their social media at Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and I think that's about it, Justin TV at IGN Pro League. So this is game number 4, and the series is now 2-1 in favor of Quantic IM, and of course this is for $6,000 and $3,000 respectively, which is it's a lot of money, man. Think about it, guys. What would you guys do with $6,000? That's quite a lump sum. Deposit that, take it money in the bank, or maybe you just all spend it on I don't know, something nice, a new car, new aquarium for your house. Who knows? But it's time for game number 4, and let's see what happens here. Down here at the 6 o'clock of the classic map, Metalopolis, we do have IM's Horror, Quantic IM's Horror. So finally going up after Yoda, who was holding it down for QIM. And we'll have to see how Horror is going to do here. I don't have that many statistics on Horror, unfortunately, but he is facing Mana. And I would imagine that they're throwing up this player because they feel like he has the best chance of defeating Mana. So I'm assuming his Zerg versus Protoss statistics are more than satisfactory. And obviously QIM still has potentially, I don't know, Nesty, MVP, some of the best players in the world. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge, that they might end up throwing up. I'm not too sure if they do or don't in this Grand Finals. I haven't actually seen these games yet. And we'll just have to wait and see. So here comes that Protoss scout from Mana. He's going to get inside the 6 o'clock, and he's going to find the location of the Zerg, who has thrown down a 14 pool, it looks like, into a 14 hatch or a 15 hatch. So standard build from the Zerg player here, and the reason why they get that spawning pool, which I've said many times before, simply to make sure that they've got Zerglings and they don't have to deal with pylon harass, which one player I remember using a lot, Huck, using that pylon photon cannon harass a lot against a natural expanding Zerg who throws a hatchery before a pool. So that's the reason why we'll see the pool first. We also have Gateway into Core from Mana, who is also adding on that second gas. And if you guys are Protoss players, you guys probably already know a lot of opportunities here for a Protoss player. But most likely, rather than not, we're going to see on this map a 3-gate expand, I would imagine. 3-gate expand is going to give you a little bit more defense at the front door. He might do a 1-gate expand, but there are 4 Zerglings coming out here for Horror, who is going to look to apply a little bit of aggression at the front door, and let's see if he can do that or not. There's a Zealot already at the front, so it's highly unlikely here, but he's actually got 6 Zerglings. Wow, he's had to pull that Zergling back. I'm not too quite sure why he did not. With 6 Zerglings, you can actually harass this a little bit more than you might imagine, guys. You could whittle down the core to half HP, or the Gateway, depending on what you want to go for. You can try to force your way through that Zealot, but usually you're going to need 8 to 10 for that. But as it stands, it looks like, Mana's going to hold on pretty easily, and now he's adding on a 2nd Gateway and a 3rd Gateway. Okay, so looking great so far. Also note, guys, I don't know if you guys see this, but this is very intelligent from our Protoss. 1 pylon powering each individual gateway. And the reason for this is obviously you're going to need pylons and you're going to need gateways, so why not spread out the power management so that one individual pylon, if it should go down, won't disrupt your entire production line. So pretty intelligent stuff, and the Zerglings almost making their way in right there. Oh wow. I thought there was an opportunity there for the Zerglings to run in and get that scout off, which is so critical at this time because Zergs really need to know what's going on. A lot of Zerglings coming out here for Horror. That's very surprising. He's actually got a total of 11 plus 4 more outs. He's going to have 15 and a crawler at the front door. Does he think it's a 4-gate coming? I'm not too sure why he's making so many Zerglings here, but this is very surprising. You don't see Zerg players do this a lot, and now he's adding on a Roach Warren as well. Is he gonna try to Ling Roach bust the front of the Protoss? Very interesting if he should do so. But the Spine Crawler, I mean, to me, it seems like he's going into an all-out defensive posture, and I'm sure to Mana it seems that way as well. But I actually think, guys, yeah, he's saving up minerals right now. And he's got plenty of supply. He is doing an all-in at this point. If some Zerg players will call it all-in, most Protoss and Terrans will. but some Zergs will say it's semi-all-in, it's quasi-aggression. But at this point, make no doubt about it, he's about to attack the front door, and he's got 7 roaches on the way right now, 8 roaches on the way right now. And if he doesn't drone up behind this, then it's pretty much an all-in. I would imagine he's just gonna bust right through, and he's just, you know, right now he did reveal his hand with that many Zerglings. I feel like I thought it would have been better if he just kept the Zerglings away, maybe sent 1 or 2 to poke, but revealing this many Zerglings should set off some alarm bells in Mana's head here. Now, he is making a Void Ray. Void Rays obviously can hit everything here on the ground, but this build is designed to beat 1 Stargate. You can go up here and do so much damage before that Void Ray can kill off this incessant horde of Zerglings and Roaches that it really doesn't matter. And yeah, he has not choned up at all, so Horror is just gonna go for it, and he's got quite a few Zerglings and Roaches. +1 armor, +1 weapons will not finish most likely here, and here we go. Now, if Mana's to hold this off, he's got to use his force fields very, very smartly. There we go, 1 inside the mineral fields. That's exactly what he needs, but he's lost a sentry here. He cannot afford to lose anymore, especially the ones with max energy, but it matters not. The Zerglings are coming in from the backside as well. The Forge is about to go down. Everything is just over flooding the Protoss natural, and it looks like Mana is just going to lose to this very cold and calculated all-in. There's the +1. It is gone down, and Mana with an emergency warp in here, but the Roaches can see from below because of the granted high vision from above. And in moments here, even with the Void Ray up here, in moments, this Protoss base could go down very, very quickly. At the very least, this natural is definitely going down. And, you know, even though Roaches and Zerglings can't hit Void Rays, it really doesn't matter. There's just too many Zerglings, and Void Rays are terrible against Zerglings. They cannot get a full charge on them unless they're fully charged with something else prior. But can Mana hold on to the main? If he can hold on to the main, he's not out of this game yet because our Zerg player hasn't been droning up. But that's the beauty of this attack. You can start droning up right now and pull way, way ahead. We'll have to see if he does do that. He's just adding. Yes, he is. That is a lot of drones. 7 drones on the way, and he is going to pull ahead in population by quite a bit. And of course, this entire time, our Protoss player Mana has to worry about the horde of Zerg units outside of his front door, so he's got to warp and stuff to make sure his front is protected. Now, I like what he's doing here, guys, sending 2 Void Rays down south to try to harass, but there's already a Hydra Den and 3 Hydras on the way. So 5 Hydras on the way. So these 2 Void Rays are not going to be able to do much at all. And Mana is totally stuck on 1 base. Oh my god! An attack here, a move out from Mana trying to re-secure the natural. And I think this engagement is actually going to go favorably for him. He's got the Zealots in a great position. And with the sentries in the back, he is actually going to be able to re-secure this natural. Unbelievable. That is unreal. And Mana looks like he kept most of his probes alive in that attack. Now, he cannot afford to lose these Void Rays! Oh, wow! Those Void Rays barely got out of there. So I actually think Mana can get back in this game if he can secure this natural. Now, don't get me wrong, he is, you know, losing the Nexus is a terrible deal, but Mana's actually, you know, he could theoretically get back into this. We'll just have to see. It's going to be very difficult. Horror has dealt a significant and fatal blow, but you know what? He did allow Mana to resecure that natural, and we'll just have to see where it goes from here. Now, obviously, Mana's tech is it's just very, very bad right now. Stargate and Gateways gives you nothing from for a Protoss standpoint. It gives you no robotics tech. He has no +1, no +1 armor or weapons, no Colossus, no Templars, nothing. So he's gonna have to catch up in tech very, very quickly. In fact, Roach Hydra here seems like it could just rip through that front door, and I think right now we do have our Zerg player just totally going with Roaches and Hydra. So he's going to go for a second wave here. I hope that Mana is prepared for this. God, he needs Colossus out right now. And when I say right now, I mean right now. He just doesn't have the time to wait for the support bay to warp in. All he's got are Zealots and Sentries and these 2 Void Rays. I don't know if he's going to be able to hold off this attack. If he can, it would be an absolute miracle. And here comes the Roaches and Hydras. They are marching inwards. Couple of force fields going down, but that expends the energy on these sentries, and 1 sentry goes down just right there. This could be all she wrote. Good pullback right there from Horror, bringing those Zealots into the field of view of the rest of the Roaches and Hydras. And here comes a couple of Phoenix. Phoenix were not what he needed. but you can't blame him for making some. He just doesn't have any options here with only 3 gateways and a Stargate. He's actually levitating most of the Hydras here, but if there's just too many Hydras falling back to the ground, and this Void Ray is going to go down. And with the Void Ray going down now, oh, Burrow as well! Burrow as well! And the Roaches now are regenerating health underground. Up they go once again. And Mana is going to get absolutely dominated by a very aggressive playstyle here. GG Sugoyo. Alright, so Mana GG's. I would have thought Mana would have lasted a little bit longer. Hasuab's getting eliminated after, I think, playing 1 game. He got eliminated. Mana here getting eliminated now in this game, and we'll just have to see. I think the next Juggernaut up, the final one, is Thorzane, so we'll see if Mousesports decides to throw up Thorzane here against Horror, taking this series back for QIM, and now it is 3-1 in favor of QIM. So we'll go on to game number 5 coming up after this. I hope you guys enjoyed, and this is HD signing out.